This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Uh, Hi here. Good morning. I'm just sharing my screen. I think yesterday I given task. So did you get chance to look yesterday recording and assignments also? I mean, who are received?
Yes, Manav. Manav, just want to ask the report that we generate, all the summarized report and the list we report, we can automate that. But where we can see, if we want to like edit or do something like that, where we will find that reports, like all the reports. If we
So
want
sorry, repeat
to,
again.
we have
Repeat again, Abhijit. I'm not getting. I'm not getting. Can you please repeat your question?
like if we want to see all the reports, like the summarized reports and the reports we have created,
Oh, you
where we can
want to
see
see
that.
all the list of the reports? You're saying that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that we can see, go for records tab and reports category. Under that, if you click
Okay,
your reports definition, we can see all existing list of reports.
okay. Mother also like the topics of like if go for the certifications. So the certifications in the exam they will ask the practical question or like the theoreticals one.
Theoretical questions only here. See that we can see
Theoretic.
list of the, yeah, list of the all tables. So report
Okay.
definition rules
Okay. Can we
based
get
on your
yeah
hmm.
like can we get the test papers of of the certifications?
Hmm. You'll get it.
Okay.
You'll get it. You can call me one to one. We'll discuss that one. Okay, na? I'll tell you that. No worries
Okay.
about that.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So we are talking about reports functionality, how we can design by using of Pega tool. So that is main important database. Without database, not possible. So using of tables, then only we can create the reports. So using of single table, using of more than one table, we can create the any kind of report without writing of any custom code. Now, yesterday even how we can check report performance. So by using of performance analyzer tool, we can trace or find the how much time it is taking to give the report or generating the report. So yesterday we saw that how to check it, but there is no any performance issue. But assume that, just think it like there is a issue will be there. How we can solve the issue is very important. It's very important. Entry point of question also they will ask you this question, or they can ask it different way. Can you please tell me what are the challenges you face? I can tell, you can tell this is one of the challenge I faced. How? The first step, when the report definition rule, when the report definition rule is fetching the data from the table. Those table information will be stored where, where is storing? All the information will be stored in the blob column. This all information will be stored one of the default column Pega, that is called PZ PV stream. PZ PV stream, it is a blob column. This all information will be stored in that column as a binary format. Why? to save the database space, right? If there any file will be size is more, then we'll convert as a zip file, will send to the others. Why it means that you are removing any file? No, that file you are converting different format. Then the data will be, the space will be occupying the very less space. Then we are able to send it. So the same way, the same way we are following the peg also. So now, but Pega when is fetching the data, it will be sending data as a normal data to binary format conversation. That is called serialization concept. Again, when I'm fetching, it will be converting from binary format to again normal data. So Pega is spending some time there. Some seconds, and means spending time means don't think it is minutes. Some seconds also fine, some milliseconds, but finally it is spending some time there. So to avoid that, okay, to avoid that, fine, for the only report definition rules, because I want to save the time, for that what I can do, for the reports purpose, I can create the normal columns. Okay, whatever you are using the reports, those columns, for these all columns we can create normal columns. Instead of taking the data from the blob, I can create separately for these columns. Then the data will be stored as a normal data. No need to spend it time for the conversation. That concept you can call exposed property or optimized property for report. Okay, they are the one of the best practices we need to follow for the reports. Expand the data model, how we can optimize the property, expand the property, customer ID, right click on this. We can use options, names, optimize for report, or we can call another name exposed property. Means by using of this option, I'm going to creating normal column, separate column for this customer ID. Till now it is fetching that this column is fetching the data from the blob column. From now onwards, when you create the separate column, then the data will be not fetching the pgpv stream, it is fetching from their own column, that is a normal column. Then we can say that. So all the columns we need to, so whatever you are using properties, columns in the report definition rule, those all properties we need to convert as a normal column. See that, click next button. 9 records, total 9 records will be there. It is bringing the data, and click next. Like this for all the columns, total, even the data also now it will be coming. So like this, remaining whatever columns are using here, please convert as a normal column, that is optimal for report or exposed column. Then Pega will be, report definition rule will be giving off good performance. This is one of the solution to improve the report performance. Please note it. Still, even though all columns properties exposed, but even still there is a performance issue still showing that. Okay, what we can do next step, go for the joins concept. What joins they used here is a single table, fine, maybe more than one table, then go and check the data access tab. Which joins they used? Class joins, association, sub reports. Based on selections, you need to change it. I told you yesterday when I have to use this and association rule and sub reports. One more thing before going to this, it is fetching the data. Please use enable pagination option. Maybe there are lakhs of huge records, huge data, lakhs of records it is bringing. If you are bringing within a single page, it is showing. So to avoid that step by step, mean pagination. For each page, I want to show 50 records, 100 records, 10 records, 20 records. Based on that, also will be there inside requirement only. It's not our decision. Okay. So using that option, we can do that. That's one of the way to improve the report performance. Second option, pagination. The third option about joins concept. Please note it. Then fourth option, you are using any SQL functions, SQL inbuilt functions. Check it on that. SQL any, you are using any SQL functions, please check it on that also. In that those properties are same thing exposed or not. Okay, exposed properties or not, we need to check it. Same this filter condition properties also still is there. Just I'm telling you, still is there. Again, this last one, there is a declare to index option is there. Actually, till now, all single property values means customer ID is a variable, it will be holding the one value. First name is holding one value, or property is holding one value. This customer ID can be hold multiple values. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that capacity capable doesn't have this, right? Only single value. If you want multiple values, we need to go for array list. Array in the general coding language. But same thing here. To hold the single value, that single property, multiple values we can call aggregate properties. I think you know well when you are choosing the chart, there is asking that aggregate function. Aggregate properties. Aggregate properties means multiple values to hold. Those are page list, page group. Where we can see, still now we didn't see that, I'll tell you. There are in the Pega, how we have array in the coding languages to hold the multiple values. The same thing in the Pega also, we have to hold the values, multiple values, page list, page group. Two of the properties are there. And value list, value group, single page. These all are the these all are the aggregate properties to hold the multiple values. So it means more than one value it will be holding. Those are the aggregate properties. It is holding only one value, single value. That is a single property. It is a single properties. But till now we didn't see that. Maybe in the report definition rule you are going to use. You are using till now only single property values only. But till now you didn't use aggregate properties, means more than one values holding the which property. Those are we can call page list, page group. Example address is there. Address will contain the First street, last street, street name, something, pin code, city, state. This all full address will be contain the multiple values. This is called page list. So like that page group. What do you mean page list, page group differences? I'll tell you when you talk about property rule, not now. If you are going to use properties as the aggregate properties in the report definition rule to for quick access purpose, we can use declare index. Simple, I have one question. Index. Every book will have index. What will contain index? Index will contain the topics names and page numbers. If you need any particular topic without going for index, you need to search it total whole book one by one. It will take a lot of time. Instead of that, if you go on index and see the topic name and see the page number directly, you can go page. It means that quick access. That is the same you are talking right now in the book level. The same thing I'm talking about the database level. For quick access purpose, quick search purpose, okay, give the good response, we can use declare index. Declarative index joins for the aggregate properties we are using in the report definition rule. To improve the report performance, we'll use declare index rule. But still now is no, you don't know how to do that declare page list, page group when you talk about that. But now, as of now, this is one of the type of the declarative rule. I think you know, right? Types of rules, decision rule, declarative. This is one of the types of the declarative rule. There I can discuss. Meanwhile, before that, you can read this declare index rule. What is that? Then you will get some idea. Then there I can, when I'm going to discuss in that place, you understand well. So by using of this option also we can improve, we can solve the report performance when when you are using any aggregate properties in the report definition rule. So this is the solutions we have to improve the report performance by using of these things. Any of one of the reason solution, definitely report performance will be solved, no doubt on that. Optimize for report and next one pagination. Third one is SQL function filter conditions. Fourth one joins concept. Fifth one declare index joins. They are the six solutions we have to give the good performance in the report definition rule level. Standard syntax, no change. If you want, you can check your friends also. Okay, so this is about report functionality, how we can design by using a Pega tool, how we can give the good performance for the reports level by using a Pega tool. Very, very important concept. So now we completed database layer, we created core application, base application, foundation application, that is enterprise class structure, you know well how it will be created. After that, you know database layer we created for your application, you know how we can create. The same thing, there is one more requirement, reports functionality, because reports are dependent on the database layer, that's why we covered report functionality. Even what is the proof? When you create the table, then for that the report definition rule is created. Report definition rule, what purpose? To design the reports. That is the proof. Now reports functionality is over. Now what is next step? There is one more rule also created. When you create the table, when you are created the table, there is one more rule is created. Not only report definition rule, that is database rule is created. Very important topic here. What is this? What is the database? What is database? Why you need database is very important. So, you know that application three boxes, three rooms, three layers, presentation layer, business logic layer, database layer. So, if you enter the data, it is moving to here and storing here. Again, if you want to fetch, retrieving, it is coming to here and here. So, forward direction, backward. First, we'll come to backward direction because still we didn't design the UI layer, business logic layer. Only we design database layer. I have the data here only. So, I'll try to bring the data database layer to business logic layer. Okay, we'll come this direction. Once you, then from here to will come to here. Once you know backward direction, then we'll talk about forward direction level. How is moving, inserting and selecting. So how we are fetching the data from customer table to if you want to use customer information the business logic layer level, how we can fetch it. For that, in general coding language, you'll write lot of custom code, business coding and SQL query, these all things. For here, no sir, nothing. Okay, for here nothing will be there. So how we can do that without writing of coding? How we can fetch the data database layer to business logic layer from table to if you talk into business logic layer. There is a source way by using of database rule. Okay, by using of database rule, I'm going to fetching, retrieving, selecting data from customer table to business logic layer. This is a permanent place, you know. Business logic layer is a temporary place, but if we bring to data here, where we can keep temporarily inside the business logic layer. So with the help of data page rule, we are bringing to here. It is a mediator to come to bring to from the table to business. In business logic layer, first where you have to keep temporarily, right? There is one place is there clipboard. There is one place clipboard is. We'll talk today about one of the first tool debugging tool I'm going talking with you. Very important intro point of level and exam level. Very important and always will use a clipboard tool when you log in the application the real time level without using there is no don't say that I didn't use any time in the if you go for intro point of they ask you question sorry sir without using we're not doing any development and the pega application also not everybody will see that why how the data will be tracing for tracing of data transferring of the data where the clipboard is there in the pega platform developer studio and open the clipboard tool. What is clipboard tool? You know where it is placed, you know, but you don't know how we can use a clipboard tool till now for in the Pega platform or if you talk for your application. Yeah, minimize. Okay. So clipboard. So clipboard. Yeah. So clipboard is one of the debugging tool, database debugging database tool. It is used to store the data temporarily. Here, if you want to store the data database layer, we have tables. Tables will contain the columns. What about in the clipboard place? How we can hold the data temporarily? There is also it's like table we have one of things that is pages, page or form, screen. What do you mean page? What do you mean screen? A collection of input fields. A collection of input fields. A collection of input fields we are calling the page, screen, form, user form, customer form, whatever. First name, last name, date of birth, gender, state, city, country, all the things will be there. So clipboard is contain the pages, a list of pages. Why? With the help of the pages only I'm going to holding the data temporarily. So page, there is a table will have columns. What about pages? Pages will contain the properties. Otherwise, go for system pages. What is this? I'll tell you. This is a single page. Single page will contain the list of properties and holding the value. There are four categories. Four types of pages are available inside the clipboard. System pages, linked property pages, data pages, user pages. User pages only editable pages, data pages, linked property pages, system pages, read only data pages. Only read only mean that we cannot edit. Now, what is system pages? System pages will be containing the your profile information, means who is the operator, application, organization, division, and this person what they're doing, current request, thread, process. All profile information will be storing inside the system pages. So when you log in the Pega application, in the back end, there is one of the agent person, batch processing or background processing agent person will be bringing the data, the current operator information into the clipboard. When you are done the changes, mean that when you are logging the application, it's not a schedule time. Schedule means particular 60 seconds, particular 12 p.m., particular time. But here, when you log in, when the changes will happen, when you log in, you need to bring that data. So this is one of the yesterday I told you till now scheduling of time, but now no scheduling. When you log in, when you change, when you done the changes, when you log in, that is a change which happen. It is bringing the data from the table to clipboard. It will be storing into the system pages that will be taken action by the background agent. It is internal working person. Okay, system pages. Can you click it all the see the what is there. What about linked property pages as of now empty? You know one thing, there is you are assigning the value two ways. Integer x equal to 10 value. Integer y equal to x. So you are assigning values two ways. One is directly, second one is through some other reference variable property. This is a reference property. Reference variable. This is a reference property. So these things we can call here linked properties. Those information will be stored inside linked property pages. Only reference values. So these are also read only as of no references for your application. Next, very important. Now we are talking about database only. Data pages. What is database? Database is holding the data. Where? Inside the clipboard. Why? To reusable the data. I think you know clipboard what is purpose also, right? To improve the application performance. How the data instead of going to every time database layer, every time going to database layer, common data, examples, cricket score, stock market, newspapers, all publics, or that is public, private level also we can say that, or account informations for all the applications, a Gmail account, banking account, whatever. The same repeating information. Instead of going to every time, we can keep here and use it. So that way the traffic will be reduced, shortcut, improve the performance. So data pages, read-only pages, it is used to hold the reusable data. It is purpose, catchy purpose. Very simple, I can say that. So as I told that is a public reusable and private reusable to provide the security, but how long the data will be there inside the clipboard is temporary place, not a permanent place. How long the data will be there inside the clipboard and the providing of security for the taking of these two purpose, they introduced database scopes 3 thread requested node. Interview without this question, there is no interview. You can think it. I am giving without this question, there is no interview. Database scopes. Without this question, there is no interview. So you can by heart it and understand it, whatever you can do it. Database scopes 3 thread scopes. Scope means what is scope there for getting of this like that, right? Scopes thread requester node. Again these things will be holding the pages only, don't think it, okay? Pages only. Public reusability, public purpose node. So until it will be stored the data, those pages, until shut down the server, the data will be there inside the node level database. Either changes will happen, otherwise until shut down the server, the data will be there inside the node level. What about requester? Requester, it means that node is application level, I can say. Example, like Amazon, Flipkart, you all guys know well about that, using always. We all are the users. When they're adding of data, Any product items, all users we can see that. So a list of users, a group of users will be see the data until changes will happen until shutdown. So that is called node level example. What about requester? You order some item, right? You order some item that will be taken by the you customer, delivery boy, ship and pack. Some people will be there in between that. So the data will be tracking and sharing into the a completely session that is called requester. So multiple within same process, multiple requests will be sharing the data until log of the application. The data will be there in the requester level data pages. Tree hierarchy, expand the pages. What about thread? You have your bank account. You done transaction today. That's called thread 1 to your friend. Again tomorrow you are doing one more transaction, thread 2, until coming next thread 2. That current thread 1 data will be here. So it means that only that person only we can see the thread 1 data, thread data. Requester level multiple requesters, but a thread level only one requester will be see the data, only one requester, only one user. But if you commit requester, multiple users with the same process level. But if you coming to node level, multiple users will see. We all are users will be see the data. So this is security I'm providing, and until how long it will be stored the data. So in the data level is read only data pages. Why read only? Because if still if you are modifying the data, how I can use the data? Once you final, then only I can use the data. That's why is a read only data. User pages editable. This is only the current operator we can see. Use and throw the for current functionality purpose. If the page or single page is page list page group. Is a single page. It is a page list. Is a page list. Single page has shown that operator ID those things. Single pages. Even here also I can show the single pages. PX results. Here is that. So okay, open this. These are single pages. Order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A list of ordered single pages we can call page list. Unordered page group. Single page contain the list of the properties and values. I'll show you now. I'll show you that by using of your tables. Now, this is about user pages and data pages, linked property pages, system pages. Okay. This is about clipboard information. You can see edit, refresh, action. I want under action level the same information I want to show the different format, XML format, JSON format. This is for integration purpose. I can just SOAP and REST purpose. So okay, now, as of now we can see our clipboard format. This currently what format you are seeing? Clipboard format means that PEGA format. This is XML different format, JSON different format. Execute activity is nothing but this. It is information executing and bringing the data. That you will see that what is activity, then only will understand. Execute the current activity, bring the data from the table to clipboard. Okay, fine. So now your table is there here, clipboard is here. How we can bring the customer tables to the clipboard with help of database. So when you create the table, the database are created, three data pages. We can see like this, otherwise go for data type and expand those three data pages here. Three types of data pages. Single database, list database, savable database. Fetching purpose, saving purpose. Fetching purpose, saving purpose. Saving means it should come from the presentation layer to business logic layer to database layer. But you don't know right now to bring that data. We are either only this direction. So for fetching purpose. So we need to this called single database. The database name will created standard name that is called table name. Where we can say list means list database, list table name. Savable is database for saving purpose into the table. So the single, so why if using two types they use for the fetching? This single record fetching the data from the table to clipboard. These are multiple records. List means multiple records to fetch the data from the table to clipboard. Open that. Open that. Open that. Hmm. So the data pages. Sorry. Hello. Someone saying the data pages names will start with a D underscore. If a D not underscore just normal page name, those all are the normal pages. Wherever you can see D underscore, those are the data pages. By seeing the page name, you can identify whether it's data page or normal page. Then question data pages only read only data pages, not editable data pages. Or question these data pages read only, but even user pages we can see editable data pages also D underscore. When the data page will come here, those data pages not reusable data pages, reusable data only for the use and throw that will be for my application, my functionality purpose. Those things will come under user pages. When it will come, I'll show you that. I opened list database, single database, savable database. Now see the information here. Same, you need to identify what are the pages are, what are the tabs are there. What are the tabs are there? Please note it. And main definition tab, load management tab. Remaining you have idea. So what structure? Two types of single page, list page. From which table you are going to bring the data? Customer table. Which mode? There are three modes. Read only mode, editable mode, savable mode. If you give read only mode, then only the data will come under data pages. Here. Those data pages will become here. If we give editable, those data pages will be coming under user pages based on giving of mode. When you give read only mode, those pages information is a reusable data. Editable only the current operator use and throw. Scopes, you know already, three scopes. But when I give the editable, the scopes we can see only two. Why not their node? Because when you are still modifying the data, how we can share that data to the public is not possible. That's why we can see two scopes only for the editable. Okay, the database will be there inside the clipboard, but table will be that back end here. How the data will be bringing with help of the database to here, what they using sources. Also source destination. So you want to travel from the Chennai to Hyderabad, what are the sources we have? Bus, train, flight, car, these things. The same thing, what are the sources are there? Data page, data sources. Connector, data transform, report definition rule, lookup, activity, robotic automation, desktop automation, aggregate source. These two things not required here. These two things will be using for RPA purpose, robot automation process, not for the PRPC. Only these things. 6. Report definition rule, this is a source to bring the data. Then question, by using of report definition rule also, I'm able to bring the data from presentation layer and can we bring this in clipboard also? But problem is I want to reuse the data. So I want to read only the data. So whatever fetching the data, it will be stored in the user pages, but I want make it a read only. That's why they're taking with the help of data pages. Connector, when will you use the source? When you want to fetch the data, it is the integration rule. When you want to fetch the data from the external system. Data transform rule, it is a within the local application. Means I can say within the business logic layer, when you want to transfer the data from one place to another place, it means that from the clipboard to business logic layer, business logic clipboard, then only we can use data transform rule. Using of data transform rule, I'm not able to transfer for the other layers also. So when I have the data inside the clipboard, then I can use data transform. Lookup, it is one of the activity method. Activity rule, aggregate sources, multiple sources purpose. If you give multiple sources, so not the as of now only single source. So no, right now we have multiple options a car, but I can give the car. But on the way, maybe you can change again to car to flight, train. So multiple sources for that is purpose based on the condition it will be satisfy aggregate source. I'll show that. First one, report definition rule. Well, I have one question for you right now. When you create the table report definition rule, database is created. So it means that first which one is created report definition rule. Why? Because report definition is source for the data pages. So it will be there, then only it will create. So already default report definition rules they used for this report definition rule of this class. So now action run the directly this rule. It is created by the Pega tool automatically when you create the table. Can we create the man? I'll show the manual also. It is fetching multiple records as of now. Click run. There is a px result count showing the records. 9 records will be there. Code hyphen peg hyphen list. It is a page list class. Pxob is a class. I think it is one of the standard column I told you. Where we can see the data go for clipboard. Already is opened only. I'm just showing here. Is read only mode. Expand the data pages. So what is the scope? You given thread scope. Under that d underscore customer list. If I expand this, code hyphen is a page list. Page list will contain the list of the single pages as ordered. See that all the information. First record, second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record. All the records will be there from the table what we have. From the table what we have, this data I brought it into the business logically that is main in the clipboard. I want to view that same data, no need to go for every time here until next changes will happen. It will be there, I can use it here. If there's something I question, so in the database, in the table, some data will be updated. So the latest data I want to use. Yes, the database will help you to bring the latest data to here. How it will help your question? I'll tell you. There is, yeah, as of now, you are bring the data, you are running the manually. There's load management tab is there. Load management. Load means loading the data. It is maintaining by it is manage it is maintain it is maintaining this one. Okay. When the changes will happen, please load the data. That is meaning of load management. Maintaining of the loading the data. When the changes will happen, there is load once per interaction. So you are seeing the cricket score, right? Cricket we're matching. So when automatically the browser will be refreshing whenever the cricket score changing. Whenever the changes will happen, the browser will be refreshing. The same thing when the changes will happen in the backend table level, I want to fetch the data. Use I'm scheduling operation when the changes will happen. Please bring the data. No timing here. When the changes will happen. If we give now timing schedule 1 day or 1 hour or 60 second 30 minutes 60 second 30 seconds something, so whether the data will be changed or not back and every 30 seconds will be refreshing the data. Whether data is not changed also it will be refreshing. So this schedule operation based on schedule time, but here when the changes will happen, so when you will use your question cricket score, for this I can use it. This is some of the times maybe I don't want to refresh multiple times or daily night I want refresh. That scenario I can use schedule time. This is to instead of running by you, now I can schedule the database by using of load management option. Oh, eight. Okay. We'll do one thing. We'll continue tomorrow. Remaining options using of thread requester, changing of nodes. These all things we can see the tomorrow. Today just open the data pages and look at all the information what is there possible and change the modes, change the scopes based on the combinations and save it and run it how the data will be coming inside the clipboard. If you practice, maybe when I'm going to tell tomorrow you will understand well on that. An intro point of question, please notice what is difference between user pages, data pages, very important, and database scopes, very important also. Without this there is no question, there is no interview, sorry. Okay, remaining things, these all things will tell you tomorrow. What is key page access, parameters, all things will see the tomorrow. Okay, any question from anyone? As my responsibility, I'm giving all questions and information. I'm putting 100%. The same thing I'm expecting 100% from you also. Please take on that because definitely this course will end maybe December mid something. So it means that if you take 2 weeks in the preparation, January 1st onwards, I mean, now also will be there huge requirement for Java, sorry, Pega, no doubt on that. But still, compared to this and January first week onwards, how the boom will be there. I don't want to tell you about that. So by that time, if you will be ready, that even no need to give the like a good performance, even the medium performance. Average performance if you give also they will select you. That is the January to May it will be there the interview level. From May afterwards it will be go for the little bit tight. They will make it little bit, they'll ask more because January to May they want resource. Even average resource also fine I can take it because I want to run the business. That is the market will happen January to May, the first 6 months. That after 6 months onwards it will go for some hard interviews, but his average also fine. So you have good chance exactly your training will be over in December second week, third week maybe. Then you have 1 week time to preparation. What I'm telling daily, I'm telling you January 2nd, first week you need to upload the upload your resume, then you will start your prepare attend the interviews definitely within a week. Within a 2 weeks definitely will get the job, no doubt, when you are following me my interview questions. Okay, fine. Anything else from anyone? Fine, yeah, we'll meet you tomorrow. Bye.